Hi Libra Nation. This is going to be your channeled downloaded message for the end of March. I just wanted to see what the main themes of the end of March and moving into April looked like. This is good for any placement of Libra in your natal chart, I think this time, because I'm feeling a lot of the energy of bigger planets, the planets that are further away. I also think this is a timeless message, so whenever you're finding it, it is meant for you. Just keep in mind that it's general. There could be some role reversal at play. This could be the energy of someone coming towards you, but I did ask Spirit, what is the energy that Libra is in right now? It is general, though. Again, if you want to book a private reading with me, though, that's personal and not general, the link to my website to schedule is down in the description below. If you're new, please subscribe and hit the bell if you're a Libra, because this channel is dedicated just to Libra and also Sagittarius. All right, let's begin. Sorry, I was fumbling with my intro there because I'm so distracted by this message. I don't even know what just came out of my mouth. So I'm seeing that wrapping up March. Here in the US, we have a saying that March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb. I actually think it's kind of a reverse for you right now. I don't have the lion here. I don't have strength, but I have the Fool and the Tower and Judgment and two aces and themes of needing to make a decision and take action. Out of my first oracle deck, I was like, okay, tell me the theme. We're going to use two oracle decks. This oracle deck, which I cannot remember the name of, and then the Colette Baron Reed Spirit of the Animal oracle deck, all tied up the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, which is an activation in the throat chakra, and indecision. 23, 39, number 8. Action is at the bottom of the deck. There's the Angel of Strength down there, getting up the guts to take action. Someone is all tied up, and this always looks like the Eight of Swords to me, how she's all tied up. Not sure what to say, not sure what action to take. A decision does need to be made. I feel like you guys feel like something is right for you, but it's hard for someone to get out of their own head and just trust their gut. Trust their own authority, the authority you have in your body, and make a decision to speak up and take action. The advice from Spirit is through the animal oracles. Fox Spirit, think on your feet. Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. But then Whale Spirit, trust the great mystery. You are meant to be co-creating with Spirit to sing your own song. You're going to have to think on your feet right now. You're going to have to move on instinct, which means you won't be able to plan too much out. I feel like you're being asked to just pull the trigger and go for it in some way, because you've been given this clarity and this Ace of Cups. The Ace of Swords, there's justice right there, is really about Spirit saying to you, brilliant idea, kiddo. This clarity that you have, this action you want to take, this truth that you want to speak, this idea has been put into your mind and into your body by the hand of Spirit and hand of God itself. My clarity I give to you. In the Christian faith, we have a saying, my peace I give to you. I feel like it's more than that. It's like an intellectual peace and clarity. My clarity I give to you. But I think that you guys are second guessing it. I feel like this is the biggest piece of advice. It's like, you're not going to get a lot of answers. You're definitely not going to get a portal to the future to know how it's all going to end. You're meant to be starting some kind of journey and taking a leap of faith and trusting in the mystery. Let us proclaim the mystery of faith in life, right? In just trusting that life is supposed to be a mystery, and like your final destination and how it's going to feel is not the focus right now. You will be able to co-create with Spirit, but you'll never know unless you try. It's no better to be safe than sorry. And at the end of March, you will instinctively be prompted to start some kind of a new beginning. But I think it's been something you've been wanting to do for a while, something someone's wanted to do for a while. They have to make a choice, they have to take action, and they have to say something. They wanted me to do a very simple spread and then clarify only a bit. They would only let me clarify a bit. So what the surface level details look like for you right now, Libra, are the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Tower. I wanted to clarify the Tower. I'm like, oh, is this a good tower or a bad tower? And what came out was Judgment, the Fool, and the Ace of Cups was at the bottom of the deck. But there is a lack of clarity, and yet there's still a need to develop something. The Page of Pentacles. So holding back and holding on. Maybe you felt like you haven't had the resources, you haven't had the ability to invest. I feel as though something has felt very stable and comfortable and familiar to you, the way you have been operating right now, and you can't lose anything, you can't afford to put anything down, and you don't even have room to put more in that little tray you're holding there. It's like, this is what I have to work with. You're going to be very careful with resources, and you hold back in a material sense. But with the Three and the Two of Wands, this is somewhat proactive, albeit holding still. I think you've been holding back and waiting for something here. Look how in the Two of Wands, he's looking at the Tower. Some of you have Scorpio in your chart, so you really want change and ideas that come to you. Any mutation in your life, you anticipate and expect to be dramatic, because there's nothing subtle about Scorpio or the Tower. They may seem subtle on the surface, but the truth is underneath. There's always a lot going on. I can see that you are standing on the shoreline. You may be at quite a distance from something that it is you want, examining for the full, like anticipating growth potential, but holding still. I feel like you're getting closer and closer to making a decision. Two of Wands, as many of you know, because you've heard me say it, is my favorite card in the tarot deck, because it is about very much a me, myself, and I kind of card, very much about trying to come into alignment with something that matches your personal goals and passion. You'll pick the path when you've determined the one that's right for you. And it's getting closer and closer here. I think that you have backed off a bit, though, from something, because the Two comes before the Three in the tarot and in numbers in general. So standing there thinking about the full growth potential, I don't get the sense that you feel like your wings are clipped. I think you've taken a step back to make sure that this is in alignment with what you want, and you're anticipating massive change, like massive change. And with this comes Judgment and the Fool. For me, Judgment, I call Judgment the divine whistleblower, the divine wake-up call. It's Spirit trying to say, wake up. Listen to your own best judgment. You are at a crossroads. Listen to your own the inner calling. That's the divine blowing that horn within, telling you, go for it. Just really go for it. You just got to let it fly and let it go. And I think that some of you will feel vulnerable to a degree. Some of you are struggling to open up and share an idea or do something new. So it's like, okay, this is the overall theme. You're at this precipice of focusing, narrowing down your choices, focusing on a goal, coming into alignment with something. You're just holding back. You won't invest. You won't let go of it, but you won't invest. And this anticipation of it being like, wow, because that's the beginning. But the feeling of the beginning does not last. Through any cycle of karma or dharma or any journey, we have ups, we have downs, we go left, we go right. We'll generate a lot of emotions and have a lot of things play out all throughout the journey. So it won't feel like this all the way through. And I think that that might be part of the deeper problem for you as to why you hold back. Even though it's right here and you're being encouraged to take action, co-create, take a leap of faith, think on your feet, be very instinctual. And I was like, what is the challenge? The challenge is the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Four of Cups. I clarified this like why there's this excitement in the beginning and then working through something and then immediately becoming guarded and then sitting there like a bump on a log. Because these fours for me represent a stability, but the Four of Pentacles is holding back and holding on to something really tightly and being very careful with your time, energy, and resources. And the Four of Cups is like a general malaise, like the emotional reevaluation station. Like it's almost like he enjoys lingering in the thought of the Ace of Cups and the newness and the idea of it. But when it comes to making the decision, thinking on your feet, speaking up, taking action, and trusting the mystery of life, which is difficult for a lot of people to do, we just sort of go back to this, like being guarded and holding still. So I clarified this more deeply. The Two of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Star, the Wheel, and the Moon. Here's why you're holding back. And it's a perfectly natural and rational reason for holding back, but it is an excuse. It might be a very valid excuse, but it is still an excuse nonetheless, I believe. I'm going to be a bit of a provocateur here and push you guys. That's what I do. I have some gates in my body that cause me to want to provoke others for the purpose of actually thinking and trusting themselves, like getting to the bottom of what the hell is really going on. Like, why are we who we are? Why do we decide to do and not decide to do whatever it is in front of us? So with the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Wands, this is like, okay, let me give you a really simple example. You go out into the garage and you look at it and you're like, this place is a disaster. I'm going to clean it all up. I am so passionate. I'm so fueled with energy. I'm feeling so rebellious. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a demolition here of the whole garage, and I'm going to build an outbuilding. Oh, and I'm going to build a new driveway too. And I'm going to have all this energy, and it's going to be so exciting. And it's like instant gratification and an instant burst of energy. And I'm so happy and it feels so good. And I'm like, yeah, this is a dream come true. I feel really good about what I'm doing, and I'm going to organize and I'm going to get it all together. And it's, yeah, I'm going to do this, and it feels really good. And I'm really passionate about it. But then when you and everybody else start to try to work together to get this done, it's like, oh, people aren't really getting along. Or I have a lot of competition in my field. Like, this made you happy. It makes you happy, but then you start to have inner conflict, or you immediately worry about how people won't work together. Like, I think you'd rather it be the Three of Cups, which is creative collaboration and cooperation and getting along. Come on, there are 8 billion people on Earth. We look like this way more than we look like the Three of Cups. We have moments of the Three and Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles where we get along and we know our place and we don't like bruise each other's egos and we all share a brain and it just works out perfectly. That's not how humans behave. We're violent, we're competitive. We have these easily triggered egos, and we compete with each other, and we try to work things out this way. Some of you initially felt like really good about that. Like, I can get in there. I can be part of this. I can deal with competition and competitive viewpoints of other people, even my own inner conflict, but it just becomes too much. And it's like, no, I don't have the energy for that. I just have to sit here and think about it instead. And the reason for that is it's like, well, okay, this is an honest approach. Like, if the Two of Pentacles is about timing and synchronicity and really weighing your odds and the choices of your decisions in a very practical, material way. If I do this, this will happen. If I do this, this will happen. I may have to do two things at once. What do I do here? I'm just going to like slow my roll because I'm freaking the fuck out. And like, it's like, well, I don't know what to do. Oh my God, if I do this, oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God is right. With the Tower, Judgment, and the Fool, I should say so. And it's like, will it be fun? Will I be able to work through stuff? Oh my God, I have to deal with like a lack of cooperation. Again, welcome to Earth. We're not known for cooperating with each other with ease. First, I mean, we're very redundant as a species. We do the same things over and over again, and we compete with each other, and we disagree with each other, and everybody wants to be top dog. And it's like, oh, I hate that. Too fucking bad. You live here. It's like, it's not going to be a bed of roses the whole time, is what I'm getting at. And it's like, you want this freedom so much, but it's like, you want it so bad that it scares you. It's it's scary as fuck to know what it is that you really want to do. The star is happy, popular, motivated, free, in alignment with your soul's higher purpose and destiny. Some people say to me, oh, I don't feel like I'm that special of a person. I don't think spirit or even my own soul want me to come into alignment with this special higher destiny. Bullshit. Everybody has a higher destiny and a higher purpose. It's just the way we perceive it here on planet Earth. And we equate it to like being special and really leaving your mark in this expansive way. What if your higher purpose in life isn't necessarily to be famous or leave your mark or go down in history in some specific expansive way? What if you're just meant to lay a foundation? What if you're meant to play a small integral part in something? Some of you are quite literally afraid of something going off and getting more attention than you thought it would. Or like, do I deserve this freedom? Do I deserve this happiness? Like, I think this is the right thing for me. Oh, here's the Six of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. It may involve like paying for a business, a new home, something like that. Like, you're supposed to invest. You're supposed to go for it. It's a dream come true. And you're like, no, my God, because the Fool in the Tower is a little ridiculous. And there's too much competition in my field, or maybe my family won't agree, or I don't know if I can sustain this feeling of total excitement, passion, rebellion, and I just won the lottery. You're not going to sustain that the whole time. You're not going to feel like that every day. Shit. I'm 48 years old and I'm damn lucky if I get one moment that feels like that in the day. The rest of it's all the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords for me. Clean your room and let's focus on the details. It's like you're afraid that something won't last and that you will have to invest. You'll have to go for it. And it's like, that's just all a little too much. And here's the problem. It's like, it's scary how fucking phenomenal it actually is to think about this and feel about this. But your problem is the Wheel of Fortune to the moon. You don't know how it's going to turn out. Because the wheel is destiny and fate playing out to what? A lot of untapped hidden potential, but a lack of clarity. I do think that you are realistically worried about living in an illusion. Like, am I crazy here to do this? I mean, I don't really know what the outcome will be. You're right. Whale spirit is reminding you of that. That is true. As a fortune teller, I got to tell you guys, to be perfectly honest, God doesn't owe you the future. Like, it's up to you to create your own future. It's okay to get predictions and to assess your astrology and your design for the right timing and to try to get a bit of information. And when I do predictions for people about something that they think is a great idea that they're really hopeful for, but they feel this way when they feel like the wheel to the moon, and then they hesitate and hold back, I can usually get some predictions, but I've read for a lot of people over the years who they get really fussy and upset, tantrumy, angry, and frustrated when myself or any other tarot reader or divinator out there can't give them the answer, you're going to be wildly successful and live happily ever after, or nope, none of this is going to work out. You're going to fall flat on your face because you were an idiot and you're going to fail. Like, they don't want to hear either one. They don't want to hear either prediction. And the huge amount of pressure we put on ourselves to have to fucking know what's going to happen. And oh, if I don't know what's going to happen, if you won't tell me what's going to happen, I'm just going to sit here and do this and miss my window. Even though Spirit is saying loud and clear, do it. And you're going to have to trust the mystery. You're going to have to take a leap of faith. You're going to have to think on your feet too, which means you're going to have to be very instinctual, listen to your spleen, listen to your sacral, listen, whatever authority you have in your body, you're going to have to listen to it and use it. You can't really overthink it. And that's really hard not to do because you're super worried. Your anxiety is a valid emotion. Spirit is not, and I'm not dismissing, Spirit's not dismissing your anxiety, and neither am I. I'm just saying you're going to have to get over not knowing what it's going to be like a year from now if you go for it. Like, you'll have to get over that. Like, the decision won't make itself. Someone's really worried about direction. Oh my God, what happens if I go in the wrong direction? They're not going to close the road. You can go back and take the other road if 6 months from now that road didn't work out. Release the need to control and release the need to know the outcome. At the end of March, you're going to feel these themes of hearing an inner calling to experience some kind of a newness. It could be the start of a relationship, moving, a new career or business venture. It could have to do with health as well, where you work, having a baby maybe. And no matter what the news cycle is, Libra, you're going to have to just work with the tools that Spirit gave you. It's going to start with a decision and taking that leap of faith and just trusting the mystery of life. As a person that has been shown the world and other people without time, I know one thing for sure. I don't know much, but I know this. I sincerely believe that if the Wheel of Fortune was followed by the Ace of Swords and the Sun, which would mean you have access to all knowledge and all time and all time frames and all destinies, and you knew what the outcome was going to be all the time, I'm certain actually, that it wouldn't change your decisions or how you do what you do. And that you really don't need to know the outcome as much as you think you do. Everybody wants this, and most of us get this. And that's actually how it's supposed to be. Because when people get a prediction, they cling to it, and then they stop working for it. We get lazy. Or if it doesn't come true exactly the way we heard it would or thought it would, we get indignant. Again, as if God owes us something. Spirit doesn't, we owe ourselves something. We owe ourselves something. Spirit is showing up to co-create with you and not to create your life for you. And the universe expects you to do your part. Even if it's scary. Even if it's scary and you're all tied up, and knowing that it's just all you have to do right now, Libra, is to get up out from underneath the tree and gather your resources. If emotional stability is a thing and resources are a thing, you have a very big brain and you are a smart human being. How can you maintain stability? But it's going to start with the beginner's mindset and having a you only live once Aries kind of attitude, and really hearing that inner calling and allowing for something to unfold, starting with the beginning. Yeah, it's going to feel great at first, but it will be a challenge and moving forward. And it'll be a little overwhelming at times too, along the way. Don't worry about what's behind the moon right now. Just get in touch with your feelings, feel yourself coming into alignment with your soul, and go for it. If you trust in spirit and trust in yourself, it's going to work out the way it's supposed to. And you'll always be able to learn a lesson along the way, no matter how it works out. That's the whole point here on planet Earth, is to just try. Just go for it. Just try. Take action. Co-create. They're pulling back and they're telling me to stop. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Libra, that's your download for the end of March. I hope it resonates and I hope it helps. We're going to do April predictions in a few days. I can't wait for that. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. Take care. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.